The Chicago Sky is the worst team in the Eastern Conference. They're currently 10-31 with a winning percentage less than 25%. They're the laughingstock of the WNBA, and their best player happens to be Angel Reese. Now, as we know, Angel Reese has a lot going on offline. She has her podcast, a Reebok deal, but at the same time, her offline presence doesn't match up to her on court ability. If we look at her statistics this year, she's doing better than last year. I mean, she's averaging more points. Her field goal percentage is better, but her team is not that good. Angel Reese isn't the person to really hide how she feels. Like many black people in America, when we sick and tired, we sick and tired. And that is exactly what happened when she talked to the Chicago Tribune this week. Now, while this wasn't a podcast or video recording, but she did state a lot of things that got her in trouble. First of all, she said, listen, I'm not going through the same ish we did this year, okay? We have to. Then she also said, we need major roster improvements. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. In other words, the players that are around her right now are trash. She also said this, I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me. And for these comments, she was suspended from the team. Now, today's game on Sunday, she'll be suspended for the first half of the game, but a lot of people were upset about it.
The Chicago Sky has been an organization that has drastically declined. They won a championship a few years ago, and you wouldn't even be able to tell because how much that organization has went down. A lot of big talent doesn't come to Chicago. The people they picked up this offseason, and it's not a diss to the players they picked up, but it wasn't enough, and I could tell it wasn't enough. And you have somebody like Angel Reese, like people are saying, like, who does she think she is? But it's the person that's leading the team in almost every category. And she's putting butts in seats.
Now, this comment is really good. They're talking about the organization problems that the Chicago Sky has, right? And we all know about bad general managers or bad owners. I mean, you can look at the Dallas Cowboys and understand what happens when you have an owner who is terrible and out of touch. But what happened is they won the WNBA championship in 2021. That was just 4 years ago, okay? Most teams that have won in professional sports a league title or a championship 4 years ago are at least playoff bound within the next 4 to 5 years. Almost every year, they're competitive. In this case, Chicago Sky went from the champs to the worst team in the league. So I get it. There is some proof that what Angel Reese is saying is correct. It's definitely an ownership problem. And yes, Angel Reese does put people in the seats. I mean, Angel Reese has a huge following. People love the podcast. People love her as an individual outside of basketball. So yes, especially with black women, Angel Reese does bring a different eye to the sport. And even other people agree.
So sorry, y'all need her. I love what Angel said and did because you only get one career.
Yeah.
Angel, you in the midst of yours. You can't let other people that aren't as dedicated to the craft as you are to your craft hold you down. If Angel's balling and her team is sorry, I can't be mad. Furthermore, get this for a second. Why are you only suspended for a half?
There is Emmanuel Acho. Okay, he is saying he loved what Angel Reese said, being a former NFL player and a former competitor himself. But it's interesting because Emmanuel Acho, you know, when he was on Fox Sports, he used to be one of the biggest critics of Angel Reese. But I guess now that he ain't got no job and he over with the black folks on the podcast, he's switching up his tune. And then other black women join in on the parade.
Angel Reese voices her opinion in an article in the Chicago Tribune and gets penalized for her opinions on what the front office and the ownership group needs to be doing to make sure that the team that she's on is a competitive team in the league that she plays in the future. Honestly, you should be thanking her for giving you the playbook on how to keep her there. But instead, they suspend her for a first half.
Again, this lady is upset because how can you penalize somebody for their freedom of speech? All of this created a situation where Angel Reese was forced to respond to it herself.
Are you frustrated with the organization or frustrated in general?
I don't think I'm frustrated. I probably am frustrated myself right now. I think the language is taken out of context, and I really didn't intentionally mean to put down my teammates because they've been through this with me throughout the whole year. They've busted their ass just how I busted my ass. They showed up for me through thick and thin and in the locker room when nobody could see anything. So I would apologize to my teammates, which I already have, about the article and how it was misconstrued, about what was said. And I just have to be better with my language because I know it's not the message, it's the messenger, and understanding what I say can be taken any kind of way. So I just have to really be better and grow from this.
Now, again, I want to get back to Angel Reese in her suspension. And we got to understand that Angel Reese, she's been having some other problems. Okay, let's talk about this, all right? Now, if you guys don't know, just I believe on September the 2nd, Angel Reese did a technical foul on Aaliyah Edwards of the Connecticut Sun. All right, it's a technical foul, right? No, but the problem is this is her 8th technical foul. She is going to be suspended by the league a full game versus the Indiana Fever. All right. Now, the first half versus the Las Vegas Aces, this is a team situation. So not only is she being suspended by the league for her behavior, she's being suspended by the team for her behavior. And what this tells me is that, okay, they're exercising their internal policy for her public remarks, not because of just this. They've had problems with her before, okay? And people will put up with you until they can't. And this is what a lot of folks don't understand. Nobody wants to suspend their best player. Nobody wants to suspend their cash cow, all right? And even though they're not making a whole lot of money, Angel Reese is the closest thing to a cash cow that they have. If the Reese is performing like this, they are tired of her entitlement, of her attitude. And one of the reasons why they could be losing is she is detrimental to the team. This is just them finally saying enough is enough. They probably want to trade her. Okay? And this is what a lot of these young women don't understand. People are not going to put up with your stuff just because you got an opinion. Like, again, it's okay for you to say what you want to say, but I don't know how many times we see Angel Reese missing layups, missing open shots, missing free throws. Like, you ain't the best player on the team. I mean, you spend your whole offseason not even playing basketball. So what are you talking about? And young people are going to have to understand that if you don't own the team, you don't own the business, you can't do whatever you want in somebody else's business. And unfortunately, as I got older and understood that, now I'm grown and understand what I can and cannot do. If it's not your platform, you need to shut up. That platform is giving you an opportunity to do what you're doing. You gonna leave them? And then she's been causing problems the whole time. See, these teams don't tell you. Just think about you as an employee when you was getting your ass fired. Did your job go out there and tell everybody when you had a problem? Like, did your job go out there and tell everybody when you have an issue? Let's say your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, your current girlfriend. Whenever you have a shortcoming, do they go out and tell the world? No, but they take note of it, okay? And then it come a point in time where either you or them, either you get tired of their stuff or you get tired of them, right? It just comes a point in time. And then after that, you like, look, I'm gonna block you. After that, look, we need to break up. After that, we need some time apart. Because what? Things are not getting better. It's that trashy attitude that Angel Reese has, and it is trashy. I'm sorry. Like, I get that people want to support her and people like her. Yes. And she's doing some amazing things. But again, that attitude that she has, nobody wants to put up with it. And sometimes people who own stuff, they got to come in and let you know, you don't own this. This is not yours. It don't belong to you. You just play here. You're not Jordan. You're not Tom Brady. And a lot of these people, especially some of the younger folks, like, they getting a lot of attitude because, again, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of ladies who are now getting a lot of social media clout, and Angel Reese is one of those ladies with a lot of social media clout, and then your basketball player. So now what happens is it inflates your ego a lot. And a lot of people can't handle that ego boast. I'm gonna tell you, as a content creator myself, and seeing women who are bigger because of their platforms, it can influence how you think about yourself. All right. And again, we gotta always look at how we feel about ourselves and how others look at us. It's two different things. What you think you're delivering to somebody might be you are a pain in the ass to that person. You're not delivering enough. And sometimes, look, if you're too expensive to keep around, people will get rid of you. It's called laying off. It's called being fired. It's called being traded. It happens to the best players. Luka Doncic, okay? It's happened to Shaquille O'Neal. Pat Riley, I believe he traded Shaquille O'Neal after he talked back, just got rid of him, okay? And you're not too big for somebody to get rid of you, okay? Never too big. Always remember that. And if you have issues, look at yourself before you get on there and start calling somebody else out and say, look, well, am I part of the problem? And people typically don't do that. And people getting tired of her. People getting tired of her. And when it comes to a point where people get tired of your stuff, they tired of dealing with you, this is the first step. The next step is going to be not just detrimental to the team. It's going to be suspension indefinitely and put your ass on the trade block. And then send your ass to a small market where you can't shine no more, and then you'll be down bad. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.